It's 7:40 in the morning time on this Friday morning, April 30th, 2021, and direct mod news of Norton. This will be the channel morning news for a Friday morning, April 30th, 2021. Good morning, y'all. This lovely Friday morning, April 30th, 2021. It is 49 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts at 7:40 a.m. Top stories on the Peter Chilabata News is in Israel, where dozens are killed at a Lag B'omer religious festival. And now it is up to 44. Joe Biden has proven progressive wanted. They're 11 in. Rudy Giuliani joins Tucker after FBI raid claims they showed no interest in Hunter Biden and hard drives, and Al-Qaeda promises war on all fronts against America as Biden pulls out of Afghanistan. Florida legislature approves new electoral reform bill. Matt Gaetz said association admits both men had sex with teenage girl, report said. 10 years later, Obama and McRaven discussed the meaning of the mission and killed bin Laden. Hannity rips Democrats' double standards attack on Senator Tim Scott with racist rhetoric. As India's crematoriums overflows with COVID victims, fires burn through the night. In officials, man has killed his mother's stepfather and two deputies in Watuga County, North Carolina mass shooting. Brazil COVID-19 deaths top 400,000 and mid-figures are worse than crisis. The great power race between the U.S. and China is on, and Beijing is confident of winning. Two nations have been hit by powerful underwater wave. Governor has no problem with Boston's later reopening. A group of defectors defied a South Korean government ban and for the balloons carrying into Pyongyang leafless across the border in North Korea. The group's leader Pakistan last Friday. SpaceX Crew 1 astronauts will return to Earth from ISS. Disneyland and the California Adventure theme park reopened on Friday after they've been closed for more than a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. CDC tells cruise lines that they could return to U.S. ports in July, report said. Officials use underground waste tank leaking liquid at a Washington nuclear site. Tornado outbreak of 2011 still impacts weather forecasted 10 years later. Florida's legislature has set the conference to sweep its bill to restrict voting in the state to the desk of Governor Ron DeSantis, who is expected to sign it despite opponents accusing it of being voter suppression. The Senate overwhelmingly passed a $35 billion infrastructure bill to upgrade the nation's aging water system. Coronavirus cases down throughout the Attleboro area, and all communities are at the red zone. North Attleboro High Field closed after turf damage. Eight crashers say 95 in Attleboro claims a life of protected ban. North Attleboro, the school committee wants to know what local citizens want to see on the new superintendent. Targets and drug money laundering probe met at North Attleboro Mall, which is Emerald Square Mall, and early in person voted on going into Mansfield. Berkeley colon cancer. Survivor talks about rare genetic predisposition. COVID numbers improve for Taunton and surrounding towns. Basket sues Taunton City Council again. Middleburg animal cruelty case continues. 5 more retail marijuana licenses granted in Brockton. Brockton evictions leave advocates scrambling. Restoration coffee is brewing in Bridgewater. With restrictions easing, there will be more to do this summer. Vaccinations up, area COVID-19 infections have fallen. Wildlife expert surge caution with word inside. South Shore Entertainment Wharf, check it out. Look at it, stock now up 239.98 at 34.60.36. SP 5 up 3.29 at 2.11.47, and Nasdaq up 31.51 at 14.08, 2.55. Kids is up App Store. Antitrust violations up to Spotify complaints. Biden's labor secretary wants to see gig workers be classified as employees at Amazon. Fairness demolished expectations. And Dr. H shares surged 43% of the London IPO as investors shrug off the Deliveroo flop. Pfizer begins exporting U.S.-made COVID-19 vaccine to Mexico. D.C. Alpha uses mask guidelines for vaccinated residents and here's Peter Children's time is 7:44. Time now for Peter Children's Sports Report. Entitled Chicago Bears landmark move to trade up to Justin Fields and Green Bay Packers committed that Aaron Rodgers not trading him. GM says and Patriots Steelers selected among the NFL drafts 10 most intriguing first round picks. And tonight, last night, the Boston Bruins defeated the Buffalo Sabres at the Garden last night, 5-2. Boston Red Sox fall to the Texas Rangers 4-1 last night in Arlington, Texas. Sox and the Rangers go ahead at 8:05 p.m. tonight with Nathan Wally the man for the Red Sox, and the Boston Celtics will be squaring off against the San Antonio Spurs tonight, 7:30 p.m. at the Garden. Peter Children's time is 7:45. Time now to take a look at the Peter Children's traffic trend to check. Baby! Red Line experiencing northbound lanes up to 10 minutes due to an early investigation of smoke in the track area near South Station and commuter rail. North Board Line train 142, 5:54 a.m. from North Board operating 5 to 10 minutes basket between Ipswich and North Station due to the signal issue and the ferries they all looking good. Nine of five on the northbound side, a little bit slow for 128 Captain Stretch 24, northbound side, low slow between Avon down to 139 in the Stoughton area, and 3 is looking good from Braintree down to Plymouth, 25 eastbound side, low slow to Border Rotary, 28 on the southbound side of the Board Bridge a little bit slow, Route 60 eastbound side, low slow to 134 in South Dennis, and 95 on the northbound side, low slow on downtown Providence, Route 195, 95 on southbound side, low slow on downtown Providence, and 146 on the southbound side, low slow on 95 downtown Providence, and 610 connector, a little bit slow between 685 downtown Providence, and 90 northbound side, low slow 122 to the Woonsocket area, and Southern Expressway on both ends, also between the gas tanks and Dorchester and the Mass Evicted, and 93 southbound side, low slow to lower end of the South Station Tunnel, what is southbound side, low slow between Chelsea and Charlestown, 93 southbound side, a little bit slow between Somerville and St. Bridge and outside Boston, and 93 at the northbound side, low slow before 128 in the Captain Stretch, 128 southbound side, slow between 28 and the 93 in the Redden Stretch, and Ridge 3 southbound side, little slow ride 128 in the Burlington Stretch, 93 southbound side, low slow to Ballardville, and Route 2 eastbound, stop go between Leominster down to Fort Devens, and 291 northbound side, Little Mass Pike westbound, also 291 in Springfield, and 84 eastbound side, also between West Harvard and Harvard, Connecticut, 84 both ends, also between Manchester and Vernon, Connecticut, and 84 eastbound side, also to downtown Harvard, Connecticut, and 84 westbound, a little bit slow by the Warberry Stretch, and Merritt Parkway westbound, a little bit slow between Trumbull and New Canaan, and 25 northbound side, also Trumbull, Connecticut, 95 southbound, so between Stepford and Stafford. Everett Turnback is stop outside, a little bit slower than National Archer, and Vermont, New York to Maine highways are looking good. And 95 northbound, southbound side, a little bit slower on Holton, Maine. Peter Channel News time is 7:48. Time now for a weather report. A clear start in the morning, but the winds are going to start to pick up, and might take in the winds. It's going to be a nuisance wind, and going to be some wind damage and some isolated power outages, but it's going to be a nuisance, as like the Minor Man's rain, east of Nantucket, Cape Ann, and some line of rain tries east of Coconut all the way up to Mount Washington, down around St. John's Bay, Vermont, and raining down around the Sabaga Lake region of Maine. Low pressure and associated cold front sweeps across the region before sunrise, bringing an end to the showers, followed by mainly dry but windy weather today, cooler weather tonight, along with a strong winds and scattered rain and snow showers. Dry seasonable weather returns Saturday, along with some less wind. Mild wind temperatures return by Sunday, May, lingering Monday. They're potentially turning this out risk of showers Monday and in the midweek. And forecast remains floating on track So the only main minor changes to bring new term forecast in line with the current observations. 98 millibar service lows are currently over the Gulf of Maine, will continue to be even as it moves in the Canadian Maritimes. Last batch of showers are clipping in the net, check it out. Capable to be move on shortly as windstorm northwesterly red reflectly shows lake effect shots development and downwind in the lake area in Ontario. Visible satellite is showing pockets of partial clear across the region, but the cold air is still well to our west, and in fact, that 32 Celsius H5 cold pool is clearly located over Lake Superior, but it will move east, and as it does so, the mid to low level lapse rates will steam and bring down a much stronger gust of you can read the rest of it. We're in the wind advisory from noon today to 2 a.m. Saturday, and west winds 15-30 miles at Casapta. 50 miles an hour expected in off 7 New England today, and from noon today to 2 a.m. Saturday, and gusty winds could be blown down, and some good objects. Tree limes going to be blown down, and a few prior to may result. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast. It goes like this. It's going to be Petrified for 80 miles, Putty South 6-7 degrees, breeze to the west with a 9 to 14 mile increase of 17-22 mile, gets it as 44 mile after tonight. Shot like me after 1 a.m., mostly cloudy over 3 degrees, breeze to the west with about 13-20 mile, gets as 39 mile, just pitches 70% and new perspective between the wind and inch possible for Saturday. It's going to be South guys with 6 mile 45 degrees. Northwest about 11-14 mile highs, 28 mile an hour for Sundays. Just some rain after 1 p.m. Putty South 71 49 degrees. West at about 10 to 13 mile highs, 25 mile an hour, just 20% for Monday. Jet rain after 2 p.m. Mostly cloudy with 6 mile 45 degrees. Common given southeast around 6 mile in the morning. Just pitches 35% for Tuesday. Jet rain mostly cloudy with 6 mile 47 degrees. North at about 5 to 8 mile an hour, just 40% for Wednesday. Jet rain mostly cloudy with 62 degrees and low 45. Northeast about 5 to 7 mile an hour, just 40%, and for Thursday, Putty South 60 degrees, and northeast at about 7 to 10 mile an hour, 22 mile an hour, right out mountain, overcast of 49 degrees. That's good for the Peter Tittle Water News on this April the 30th, 2021, on a Friday morning. Peter J. Williams will be having a good morning. Goodbye, day. Stay safe, be positive, be well. Have a good day.